Tell me more about Alex.
Love to take it out on me.
Was that physical?
Yeah. Punch marks, crying for no reason. My arm turned purple. I was like, nobody is going to protect me. I'm going to have to protect myself. I had a gastric bypass and lost like 200 pounds. Oh, you're very beautiful for a big girl. And I was like, why does it need to have an asterisk? I was chasing affection. Been on the dating apps. I tried speed dating. Yes, time for me to go. I need to cherish my peace. During that time, I ended up meeting Alex.
Tell me more about Alex.
Oh boy. Growing up, I'd always been a very big girl.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had a gastric bypass in 2016 and lost like 200 pounds. So when I met Alex, I had just had my gastric bypass.
Okay.
So I was going through all of those changes. I was a month out from post-op. And they tell you, do not enter a relationship 1 year.
Really?
Yeah. They're
That's
like,
one of the
wait a year.
requirements?
They're like, it's not necessarily, it's a suggestion.
Okay.
Don't enter a relationship until 1 year after your post-op.
Okay.
Your body goes through so many changes.
I can imagine.
Like, I've never been like a hormonal person.
Mm-hmm.
I was going ups and downs, like I was like crying for no reason. Wow. And it was crazy. And then I met him, and then somehow like we just got intertwined and tangled and stuff. And then, you know, it was fine up until probably about 6 months into our relationship. And then things just started getting bad. And then it was me just trying to figure out a way to get out of that relationship as whole as I could. Like he had like something wrong that I don't know. So it's like probably narcissism mixed with borderline personality disorder. And like he was just an angry person.
So he had a temper.
Temper, yeah.
Wow.
And he loved to take it out on me.
Was that physical?
Yeah. Physical, mental, financial, all that stuff. You know, he would steal my bank card and then just go drain my bank account and go play poker. Like anytime anything went bad or he was in a bad mood, I basically would have to pay for it. And it was like I'd have to throw money at it to like make the situation better, to make it like bearable. So the catalyst for, I guess, like really trying to get out of it was when I ended up having my blood clot.
Okay.
So I had a 9-inch blood clot in my arm.
A 9-inch?
9-inch, yeah. It was from like here to here. It was huge.
How? What did cause that?
I have thoracic outlet syndrome. So I have compression between my clavicle and my first rib, which I don't have anymore. So there's compression in there. So it compresses the veins, nerves, everything. If it does it enough, then it closes the vein and then just it backs up. So that ended up happening there. So
could that be fatal?
Yeah.
And how did they find it?
My arm turned purple. And like it felt like pinch underneath my armpit. And I was like, wow, I just like couldn't shake it off. And then I took off my sweatshirt and like my arm is purple. And I was like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
So went to the emergency room. They did a whole bunch of tests and everything like that. And they're like, okay, well, you have a blood clot. So we're going to have to admit you because we got to go ahead and dissolve that. So I called him up at the time. I was like, I'm in the hospital right now. I have that. And he's like, oh, I'm coming. So I had him there. Like my mom was there too.
Mm-hmm.
We get into my room. So I'm finally admitted. I'm finally in my room. Like, you know how like emergency rooms go. They don't let you eat anything until they know like you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't eaten anything in probably about like 8 hours.
Okay.
So I was like, I would like to eat something.
Yeah.
So my boyfriend, he was
Alex,
like, I'll go ahead and I'll go get you something to eat.
Okay.
I was like, okay, thanks. He takes my bank card.
Why couldn't he pay for it himself?
He like that whole entire relationship was like built on lies. That he was like, I have all this money, like I'm investing and that, but no, he lived off of his parents and slept on their couch. Like the whole thing was so much lies. What? Yeah, all full of lies. He took my bank card, drained everything that I had out of it.
While you were in the hospital?
While I was in the hospital with a 9-inch blood clot. Drained everything. Didn't get me food.
He didn't even do that?
No. Didn't give me food. And then like comes back and he's like, I went and I played poker and then I lost all your money. And I was like, of course.
So he had a gambling problem.
Of course you did. Oh yeah. He thought that he was like this big hotshot poker player, and he wasn't. Like, occasionally you would like you spin the wheel enough, but you're gonna win.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what he would do is like he would play enough and then he would actually
Yeah, but
win.
how much did you lose before you actually won?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was all my money, not his money. And he came back and he was like, with this tail between the legs. And I was like, well, then you need to figure out exactly how you're going to put that money back into my bank account.
Had you had the surgery yet?
No, I was literally just in the hospital with my blood clot, which I had to wait until the morning for them to dissolve it, like hungry with no money in my bank account because he drained it all.
And where were your parents?
My parents were at home. So,
They were like-
at this point I was like, what, in my 30s?
Okay.
Mid 30s. Yeah. I remember that night too, where he was just like, I'm just not comfortable. And then he like made me move off of my hospital bed so he could lay down. He was like, scoot over. Like, I'm uncomfortable. Like, I need to lay here. And I was like,
Nichelle.
oh, what?
What?
I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, it's time to really get out of this. But I had been trying forever to
Why-
get out of this relationship.
Why do you feel you couldn't get out of it?
He's violent.
So it was you were trapped in essentially a toxic relationship.
Yeah, I was trying to remove myself in as whole as I could.
Yeah.
Because there was always going to be something. Like everything that was wrong with my car, all of the dents and things that have been like pulled off was him.
Wow.
Like there's punch marks on my doors from just him punching my door because he was angry. He threatened to drive his car through my house and like threatened to do a whole bunch of other things to things and people I love. So it was like, I was like, and I believed him too.
So you were
'cause
scared.
He would have done it. Yeah.
So you were in an abusive relationship
Oh, yeah.
that you couldn't get out of.
Nope.
How long did this go on for?
About 2 years. So I finally got out.
Was it at this time that you finally got out?
I was like, all right, I'm like making moves to get out. And I knew that part of me had to just kind of like wait for a moment where he was just kind of done.
Mm.
And
Done in what sense? What do you mean?
he was done with me. He was
Oh,
like,
okay.
Done. He was
Yep.
like, I can't do this anymore. And I was like, and then I just had to basically like take it and run.
Yeah.
And I did. I took it and I ran. It happened right before I had my rib resection.
Okay. So the rib resection is different than the clot though.
Yes.
Okay. So you did the 9-inch clot and then
They
how much?
dissolved that.
They
and
dissolved
then
that. Okay.
6 months later, I had the rib removed to decompress it.
Got
So
it.
they decompressed everything. The rib resection, I was in the hospital for a couple of days after that.
Mm-hmm.
And that is when we decided to we had a fight before. Actually, I didn't have a fight. He had a fight.
Got it. Yep.
And I was like, okay, fine. He was like, I'm done with you. You don't even know this. And I was like, okay, that's great, wonderful, perfect. Blocked everything.
Yeah.
And then he knew that I was having surgery. He knew when I was having it and where. So I had the ability to tell the hospital staff that he is not on my approved list.
Oh, he couldn't come visit.
Couldn't come visit, couldn't do anything, whatever. And then at that point, I was home with my mom taking care of me for like a couple of weeks.
Had you been living with him? Or were you guys living together? Okay,
No,
no, you
God,
were
no.
still at home. Okay.
Oh, dear God, no. No, thank God. Yeah, so that was how I got away, was just like, thanks, Rib.
Wow.
I was like, and then it ended. And then my life has been exponentially better because of that.
It's interesting because that also this relationship with Alex started within that 1 month after the gastric bypass where they said don't get in a relationship.
Yeah.
Do you feel like if you had waited that year, you would have obviously probably avoided Alex, but do you think that a part of the surgery was you kind of falling for this toxic person?
Yeah, I was not the best mentally at that
Got it.
point. Because there were so many changes
Yeah.
going, so many hormones happening at the same time. Because like
Yeah.
your fat cells store estrogen.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, that's what they told us. So it stores estrogen. So it's like your body is burning it off. So your body is getting like a little bit more estrogen in it. So like you can like be a little bit more emotional.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So they're like, don't make any decisions until after the year, you know?
When your body starts resettling.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's fascinating. I had no idea. Going back to the gastric bypass, are you happy? Like, did it?
Yeah.
And what was the motivation behind wanting to do it?
I was healthy at that point. Like
Yeah.
I had always been really big since I was was probably in the high school up until 2016. I was healthy. Like there was nothing physically wrong with me except for I was overweight.
Okay.
But I was telling myself, how long will that be? Like, I'm healthy now. Will I be in 5 years?
Got it. Like it hadn't been affecting your health in regards to like high blood pressure, cholesterol, anything like that.
And I had none of that. The only thing I had was like arthritis in my ankles. They're like, every doctor is going to be like, go ahead, lose some weight and you'll go ahead and you'll not have that problem anymore, which is half true, half not. I still have arthritis in my ankles.
Really?
Yeah. Even like 200 pounds lighter, I still have problems with it. They were like, go ahead and lose more weight. And I was like, how much more?
I know you as a very confident person. Did that affect your confidence when you were younger? Or was it just like, no, I'm okay with this? It just eventually you were like, I want a change?
I wanted to be the best version of myself.
Okay.
And I did it more for health reasons versus vanity reasons, as some people would think it is. Like, you exchange one set of insecurities for a different set of insecurities when you go through the gastric bypass, Like now I have so much loose skin.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like there's loose skin everywhere. Like I have to wear Spanx with specific things. And, you have like, yes, you were big and you have that insecurity. But now it's like, okay, I'm a little bit smaller, but now I have the whole loose skin insecurity. So it's like one or the other. So it wasn't necessarily better then or better now.
Yeah.
It's just a different mentality. And now I don't have to worry about, my cholesterol or any of that stuff. I was very lucky to where I didn't lose like my hair like a lot of people did.
Oh, really? When they go through gastric bypass, they lose their hair?
Yeah, you're so nutrient deficient that you end up like losing your hair.
Wow.
I lost some hair. My hair is not how it was before my gastric bypass.
Which is crazy because your hair is like so thick and voluminous. So to think that your hair was even thicker and more voluminous. Wow.
Yeah, I had that like Italian hair. It was like thick and great and fantastic. But now it's a lot thinner than it was, but it's still fine. Like I know other people who have gone through it where they have to wear a wig now.
Yeah.
Because their hair just does not recover from the gastric bypass. But now I am 10 years out.
Wow.
And I have only gained back, I think, probably about 40 pounds from my lowest weight.
And are you happy you did it?
I am happy I did it.
Good.
I'm actually happy that I gained the 40 pounds. Because like I remember looking at pictures of my body back when I was at my lowest and I was just like, I look sick. I don't like the way that I look.
Yeah.
I was like straight and I had like no shape to me. And I was like just so used to myself having shape.
Yeah.
That's when I had like the blood clot. And then I had to go on all the stuff. I couldn't do specific things because I had to be on blood thinners. So they're like, you can't do crazy stuff. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah. There's no crazy stuff. So it's like, couldn't work out, couldn't do specific things. I can go for a walk, but then I ended up gaining like a little bit of weight. And I was like, I'm not mad at this.
Yeah.
Not bad at that. I was like, okay, I have like my shape back. Cool. But back then it was like, I never felt that I was like not pretty. But what I hated was when people would be like, oh, you're very beautiful for a big girl. And I was like, why does it need to have an asterisk? Like, why can't I just be beautiful? Like, why does being a big girl or being curvy have anything to do with being beautiful?
Did they say things like that to your face?
Yeah. Oh yeah. All the time.
What?
All the time.
Like, I'm just the audacity of someone to look at you and say you're beautiful for a big girl.
I'd be like, okay. I would have specific people like they would date me, but they would date me in secret. Just like, you're just so pretty, but like I can't be seen with you.
What?
Yeah. It's the whole culture of that is really gross.
This had to take a toll on you.
Oh yeah. It does always. But I'm here.
I'm speechless. They would date you in secret because of how you looked and you dated them.
I was chasing affection in any way that I could.
Where do you think that stemmed from?
I guess constantly kind of being rejected growing up in terms of relationships.
Yeah.
Like I was rejected a lot. I put myself out there and then it just got turned down a lot.
Why do you feel like that was?
I think I was just attracted to the wrong type of people.
But that's so interesting too, because you could always say that usually people are attracted to the wrong person because they're trying to date their parent, one of their parent. You know what I mean? Like it's what they know. But your parents seem like great people.
My parents were great people.
So why do you feel like you were attracted to the wrong people? What was it about them that you were attracted to?
from my therapy sessions,
We love therapy.
she pointed out that I tend to gravitate towards people who are emotionally unavailable.
Interesting.
And I think it was like my, I can help, I can fix them type of mentality that I would have. Like I've always been that way. It was like always the constant helper. And I think that kind of segued into my relationships. She was like, oh, it's okay. Like my tolerance for was higher on what I would put up with in relationships versus any other type of thing.
Yeah.
So I would kind of compromise specific things and kind of seek that like validation from people who were emotionally unavailable.
But it put you through a lot of tough relationships that really, it sounds like, had a huge negative impact on your emotional headspace, I could imagine.
Yeah, which is why I'm still single now.
Do you like being single? Would you prefer to be single?
I prefer to be single. Like,
That's what I was. I was just like, it feels like that. So that's what I wanted to ask.
If somebody comes into my life now who only wants to add and not take, I'm totally open to it. Like I'm open to a relationship. I'm open to experiences. I'm open to serving a relationship and having it serve me. But all of those past things have definitely taught me that like I need to cherish my peace. Like my peace is what I want to keep. My money is what I want to keep. But it's definitely taught me that like I don't want that feeling. If that's the feeling of being in a relationship, like I don't want that. I would rather be single.
Have you ever been able to date somebody who enriches your life instead of kind of, it sounds like, drains it?
I haven't come across them yet. But that's also because I haven't invited it in yet. Where it's like I'm very cautious on the people that I allow in my circle.
Yeah.
I'm very closed off until they can like actually prove themselves to the like, all right, here, now we can go ahead and step through this door. But I prefer it that way. And I think it's just because I've had all of those past experiences. I'm not willing to go through that again.
Yeah.
I don't want to. No, thank you. Like I would rather be single.
I was not. I mean, you're a badass single woman. So I mean, you don't walk around feeling like you need somebody, but I always it's always a curiosity, but it's also sad because you haven't experienced it yet either. A relationship that feels very equal and reciprocal and caring and loving and all those things like your parents had, even though your parents aren't together. So it's just, it's always just, I wish even if you at the end you go, I don't want this type of relation. I still want to be single, just to at least be able to experience it because you've just been with such duds.
With my, line of work, I don't meet a whole bunch of people. I've been on the dating apps. I tried speed dating.
Yeah, tell me about that. We need to hear about your speed dating because I know. Was that the one time that I know about that you did speed dating?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me.
I didn't get picked at all.
But wait, I thought there was someone that.
Yeah, but he didn't. He like ended up getting my number after that, but he like didn't. There's like a process that you go through where it's like, yes, I want to go ahead and see them again. Yes, I want to go ahead and see them again. Yes, I want to go ahead and see them again. Oh, there was one. It was only one. It's correct. No.
I was like, I swear there was two.
There was two. There was one who got my number there, but on the list of would you see this person again, he put no. And he's like, why would I need to? Because like I have your number anyways. I was like, kind of get it. Kind of wish that there would have been one more person on there. And then it was one person that I ended up meeting and it had to do with like distance. So the conversation was fine, but it was the whole distance. He was up in Fresno.
Got it.
He was here. So, but yeah, it was out of, I think, 20 men, like 2.
But speed dating is something I didn't even know existed anymore.
It's starting to come back.
That's crazy.
It's starting to come back.
Was it fun?
I had a blast.
Because I remember you coming back from it being like, you had so much fun.
I've been trying to do it again, but like the age group, I'm at like, there's specific age groups that they have. And I'm like, I'm 41. And the age group that I would be in is 41 to 59. And I was like, or 40 to 59. I was like, do I want to date somebody that's like,
yeah, but at least try it. Who knows?
I'm
Listen,
like, I'm down.
I'm with someone 15 years older. You never know. You never know. Never thought that would ever happen.
But I wish they would have had like something that was a little in the middle.
Yeah, like a 35 to 45 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. I think that would be my niche.
Maybe you can request that. Can you just say like, can you guys?
I have, but it seems like they sell out very quickly.
I mean, it sounds, honestly, like there's a part of it that sounds really fun, but like you said, it was probably pretty, I'm assuming like sad though, to only get like 2 people at the end.
Oh, it hit my ego. Not like I have a very big ego, but I felt like I had really genuinely good conversations with at least half of the men who were there.
Yeah.
And it was like, there was some even where I'm like, I probably wouldn't date you, but I want to hang out with you again.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm open to that. Like, I have a lot of friends who are men, and you know, my best friend is a man.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm fine with it. And like, somebody was like, guys and girls can't be friends. I was like, haha, yes, they can. But I would definitely pursue the speed dating versus going on the dating sites versus I'm just over them.
The dating sites, the dating apps
I was
and everything.
like, okay, let's go meet people in the wild. Like before it was like, that is how you met people, was online dating. And that is how, like, I ended up having one of the people who did the speed dating things. She's like, well, here, let me hook you up with a matchmaker. And I was like, okay, let's go.
Wait, so one of the people at the speed dating said, I'll hook you up with a matchmaker?
Yeah.
And what has come of that?
It's just starting. So I just filled out all of the paperwork and stuff like that. So it's like, I'm happy being single, but I'm open to having that relationship because I do want that. I do want I do want that feeling of being loved completely 100%, being chosen completely 100%, like having somebody, or like, I want that.
And unconditionally.
Yes, I do. And I'm like, I have a great relationship with my best friend, but it's not that. It's not that part of it. Like, I don't feel like I'm lacking with social stuff, but I want a relationship.
Yeah. You have a rich life, but you're thinking, what would it be like if I had somebody who loved me unconditionally?
Yeah.
You deserve that too.
Yeah. So I'm not like actively, I'm let it come to me, let it gravitate towards me. And then I know that it's meant to be, instead of I'm putting it out there and be like, okay, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Versus like getting frustrated and angry when I'm actively putting myself out there, talking to all of these people and not having anything come to fruition, which for the longest time I thought was called fruitation.
I mean, listen, it is spelt like fruitation.
I was like, because you can't tell me you're a phonetic reader without telling me you're a phonetic reader. And I was like, oh, it's not fruitation? Like, no, it's fruition. I was like, oh, okay. I'm going to have to like revisit a whole bunch of conversations in my life.
I like fruitation, actually. I kind of I prefer it. It also makes me hungry, which is just vegetables are making me hungry too. We have to go back a little bit though. I do want to say we talked slightly about your first nannying job. Mm-hmm. And can you tell me just the progression? So you fell in love with nannying, and then you've just gone from family since, but you also are working with families as a whole as like an assistant.
Yes.
So you're doing all of it now. So you basically take care of people and every single thing.
Taking care of people.
I mean, that's what's so beautiful. You're such a giving person that to me, that's why I look at it. And with a relationship, like you'd be such an amazing partner. Anyone would be so lucky to have you. But it's about finding somebody that is going to give you the same care and love that you give in return. Mm-hmm. And it shows in your job, and you're amazing and phenomenal at it. And I will want to talk about this though too, is you're also an animal lover.
Yes.
And where does that stem from?
I've always had animals.
Even when you were a kid?
Yes.
What kind of animals did you have when you were a kid?
Okay. At one point I did have 19 animals.
What were these 19 animals?
So we had cats and dogs, birds, snakes, hamster, rat, fish. Yeah, I love them so much.
Did you have bunnies when you were a kid?
I didn't have a bunny until I was older. And I love my bunny. I loved her so much. It was great having a bunny. But yeah, my grandma had a bunny growing up. So that's probably where my love for that particular animal came from.
Yeah.
It was like a big, giant, fluffy, I think she was a Angora gray one named Sugar Bunny.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic.
And I was like, it was so fluffy and so soft. And like, I loved going over there and just like petting her rabbit. And I always wanted one. And then I never got one. And then I had dogs, and then the dogs would be like, Rarsh. And then, Daphne came into our lives.
Daphne or Bunny?
My Bunny. Baby girl. Yeah. Our time was very, very short, but very meaningful. And I would eventually get another rabbit. It's just not the time.
Yeah.
So, and now I just have Penny. So.
Just Penny.
This is my baby.
But wow, 19 animals at one point. But you are an animal lover. You are such, like I've said, I think I'm repeating myself now, just a beautiful soul that is so caring and giving. But it makes sense. You love, I think you said it earlier, it's like you love animals and you love babies because you're somebody who gives, but also you like things to be as they are. And kids, there's such an innocence and a purity to kids and animals.
It is like animals are happy to see you. Like majority of the time you have food because they're happy to see you, but they're still happy to see you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like now I'm lucky in that I get to do kind of all of it.
Yeah.
You know, I get to have the animals, I get to take care of the families, I get to have the kids and you know, the progression with like being a nanny is like, you know, my contracts were normally about every 2 years. So it was like I would be from when the kids were little until they would start to go to preschool. And then at that point, it would be like naturally time to move on.
Got it.
And so I would. So then I would like a lot of my jobs ended up being like word of mouth. So that's how I ended up getting those jobs. And then I came across where it was like a agency. I was like, okay. Like, and when you're word of mouth, the pay is okay, but not as it should be.
Interesting.
Yeah. So my pay was a lot less than what I was getting versus what the agency was offering. So it was like $6 difference between what I was making
hourly
and then what I would have been making through the agency. Yeah.
Hourly. Okay. Wow. So it was a significant difference. Okay. And so, but does the agency take a piece of that? That's great.
No, people wanting the nanny pay for it. They pay like a fee to have them search for somebody who fits. Thankfully, you know, I've gotten fit into a few different families from that. Okay. When it's just been time to move on, you know, and it's nice. I don't know if that agency is still like a thing right now, but yeah, it was one of the best decisions that I did. And I'm so loyal that like I had a really, really hard time leaving the family that I was at to go and pursue like the other one that would give me a little bit more money. Yeah. But I was like, I have to make a living and they're offering me more right now. And the hours are actually better. And at that point, before I was going to say auditioned, before I interviewed.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
For the agency, I was working for two families, which I never like to do.
Oh, at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot.
I don't like to do that. Like, I like to just be with one family and focus on them. So, like, I can be there in all of my capacity, not just half. So, one family I was kind of a little happy to leave, and the other one I was a little sad to leave, but they were fine. They would have been okay. Yeah. The other one was just one of the ones where I was just like, all right, yes, time for me to go. And it was like one of my shorter jobs that I ever had as a nanny. Yeah. I was happy to leave. So it was not a problem for there. Yeah. But yeah, it was one of the best decisions, was just going and choosing me first in that sense versus the loyalty that I had to all of the other ones. Yeah. And and now I'm in the position I am now, taking care of all of the things. And I never thought I would be like a chicken lady.
Now you get tons of animals, right?
I got tons of animals now. Yeah. So it's amazing and I love it. And it feels complete.
Where do you see yourself in 5, 10, 15, 50 years?
5, 10 years, I am hoping, I'm going to go back to school to be a infant care specialist.
Oh, wow.
So basically like night nanny. Yeah. So I just take care of the babies at night, like newborns. Like
I love that.
That I think is when this section of my life is complete. Yeah. That's where I would go.
It's night nanny.
Yeah.
Get that.
Those babies.
You love babies.
Yeah. And you make so much money in such a short period of time because those assignments are even shorter.
Got it.
They're anywhere between 6 months to 9 months.
So really good money, but short until the next. Okay. Yeah. So you got to kind of always be looking for the next job. Okay.
Which I mean, we all know that feeling.
Yes. Oh yeah. No, I know it all right. But that's beautiful. So you want to stay in the world of helping families and raising kids. It's really.
I do. I can't, because of the surgeries on my chest and everything, I can't do operas anymore. I can't do the 3-hour operas. It just physically hurts after a while. because of those scar tissues. Because they had this one done with the rib restriction, and then I had to have this one done. So I had both of them removed. So it's just a lot for the chest, like especially with opera and breathing. You have to breathe so much deeper than you would with the other types of singing.
So that surgery really affected your music career. I didn't realize that either. So that was a huge shift in your life.
Oh yeah. Huge.
And did you know that when you were getting the surgery that was probably going to be the effect?
No, I didn't. Wow. Like they're like, you're going to be okay. Like with this side, how they go into the surgery is through your armpit.
Okay.
So getting to remove the rib, they had to cut a nerve. So I lost the function of my hand. So I had to actually relearn how to do everything with my hand. And that was really hard.
Yeah.
Had to learn. I was a lefty for a little bit. So I had to like eat everything with my left because I just couldn't hold anything now. Like I still have problems with it. Like it's why I do plastic all the time. And I was like, are you drinking from a kid's cup? Yes, I am.
Oh, because you're nervous about the grip.
And if I drop it, I don't feel bad about breaking somebody's like glass. So if it's plastics, I'm like, what do we just have to deal with the spill. We don't have to deal with like broken glass or anything. So I'll choose plastic over glass because of the reason, because, I have broken things before, and it's, sometimes they're expensive and I don't want to do that to my friends.
Yeah.
So I was like, can I have a kid's cup, please?
I mean, honestly, sometimes I would just get to drink out of a kid's cup.
Like sippy cup.
Yes, please. I love a sippy cup. I want to first and foremost also come back to this right here and say thank you so much for making these vegetables. When I said, okay, what do you want to eat? You're like, oh, I already made it. I made a white bean hummus dip with... It's so pretty. And we haven't even touched it once. With kamara, what is it? What was it?
Smoked kamala olives, yeah.
I'm really excited to eat it all. You are, again, as it goes, like I've said it, I'm going to sound like a broken record again, just such a giving, amazing person that you even went out of the way to go, oh no, I know there's a food element when I text you. And you're like, I already prepared everything. But anyway, sorry, I sidetracked one last second. Is there anything looking back on your life too? We talked about what the future looks like that you would have changed about your past? Anything you look back that you would go, what would I have done differently?
I would have not chose opera as a career.
Okay.
I would have done that as a kind of thing for myself, which it ended up turning out that way. Yeah. Anyways, now I would have pursued something that was a little bit more financially stable. There you go, kids. Yeah, don't become a musician. Do it as a passion. Do it because you love it, but don't count on, like, if you can eventually make money off of it, great. But I would have changed that. Like I would have put money towards something that would have been more financially stable in the future. And I would have completely avoided specific person in my life. Yeah. But all of those experiences, I feel like, have led me to be the person that I am today. So I can't hate the fact that I can appreciate the path that led me to where I was with all of that. And music and Alex is what I would completely wish I would have changed differently.
Is there anything, what was the hardest part of you, would you say, about your entire life that you had to go through? What was the hardest thing? Or what left the biggest impact on you? Maybe for the better. Like, it doesn't have to be something that traumatized you, something that actually shifted your train of thought.
It was probably about in college where I think that whole experience with the school and everything, like up until a point, I had everybody kind of protect me in some way or another, like growing up. And then that was the first one where I was like, oh, I'm going to have to protect myself. And from kind of like that point on, like, I am not a damsel in distress. I saved myself.
And did you mean the soccer person? Yeah.
I was like, nobody is going to protect me. I'm going to have to protect myself.
So it basically made you really have to toughen up to an extreme level, basically. Yeah. That had to have been hard, though. And it felt like you had to put your walls up. I mean, obviously it was hard. I asked you if it was the hardest thing, but also like hard to live with now, because now do you feel like your walls are always up? You're always feeling like you're having to be independent and take care of yourself. Yeah. Do you ever get to just
be?
Yeah.
No. Not really. I have moments where I'm just that, but it always is up. And eventually it will let it down. Like right now it's down. You know, this is very vulnerable and happy to share it. And it actually took a lot for me to do that.
And thank you so much for sharing it. I've gotten to know you for the last
4 years. Yeah.
Oh my God. And I just think you're such an amazing person. But I've also, you always want the best for the people that are amazing. But I also know it's going to happen when you're ready for it. It's going to happen when you're ready for it. And it's going to happen when the right person's there or whatever that is. You might not end up with somebody. I know a lot of badass women who stay single forever and are very happy about it.
Totally fine with it.
But I think for me, it's just that you're such a giving person. I just wish there was someone that would give back to you as much as you give to everyone else. But the part I play in your life, I hope that I will at least give back as much as I can. Oh, yeah. I'm determined to get you to a Dolly Parton concert.
Yes,
determined.
I want it so bad.
So, and thank you for your vulnerability during this conversation. Thank you for opening up to me about everything. I think we covered it all.
I mean, it's very jumbled. But.
No, it always feels like it. Everybody always says that. They're like, I was all over the place. I was like, I promise you weren't. Are you ready for me to do the rapid round?
Okay, let's do it.
Do you think you're sweet or savory?
Definitely savory.
Okay. I'm excited to find out. I would say too. I think you're savory as well. I'd be surprised if we're both completely surprised. Okay. Are you ready, Nichelle?
Ready. Give it to me.
Morning person or night owl?
Night owl.
Text first or wait to be texted?
Wait to be texted.
Romance or respect?
Respect.
Planned or spontaneous?
Spontaneous.
Comfort food or fine dining?
Comfort food.
Forgive fast or never forget?
Never forget.
Talk it out or walk it off?
Walk it off.
Soft life or boss life?
Boss life.
Beach vacation or city escape?
I don't like the beach, so I will do city.
Homemade meal or 5-star restaurant?
Homemade.
You cry in private or in public?
Private.
Lover girl or independent queen?
Independent queen.
Sweet revenge or silent success?
Silent success.
Slow burn or instant spark?
Slow burn.
Stay loyal or match energy?
Match energy.
Glass half full or half empty?
Let's do full.
Chase the dream or chase the bag?
Chase the dream.
Subtle flex or loud win?
Subtle flex.
Intuition or logic?
Intuition.
Be chosen or do the choosing?
Be chosen.
Chocolate or chips?
Chips.
Wine or tequila?
Wine.
He plans the date or you plan the date?
He plans.
Apology or change behavior?
Change behavior.
Soft launch or hard launch?
Hard launch.
Prada or Nike?
Prada.
Journal your feelings or vent it out?
Vent it out.
It's like vent to friends. I changed the word, sorry. Be adored or be respected?
Respected.
Peace or passion?
Peace.
And you said savory. I think you're savory.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. You're savory. I kind of knew it too. I was like, yes, that might be the fastest sweet and savory rapid round I've ever done.
I did my homework.
You've been listening to the podcast.
Yes, I have.
Thank you so much for listening to him too. I mean, I almost wonder, did it make you more nervous listening to the episodes or less nervous listening to the episodes?
Honestly, a little less nervous.
That's good. Dig into these vegetables, please. I'm going to try your white bean hummus. I'm shocked I didn't start at the top of it. I should have because the food's been sitting here. Okay, I'm going to try it. Ooh. God, that's so good. I realize I can't double dip now. It's so good. You are somebody who's always so creative, though, with food. Mm-hmm. You'll just there's so many things I know you'll get and you'll be like, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try to make something I've never tried before. And I'm so impressed by that every time you do it. 90% of the time, the stuff comes out great. And it's something I get to try and enjoy and taste.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely know if I love you if I've cooked for you. So, and I know I have cooked for you.
I know. That's why I immediately went, You have cooked for me. Mm-hmm. For some, my favorite meal too. You knew. Mm-hmm. You're like, this is what she wants. I'm like, this is what I want. You're amazing, Nichelle. I'm going to sit here and eat all these vegetables and this white bean hummus for the longest time.
It's all.
Do you love this stuff? What is your favorite food? Because I feel too, what I will say, as I'm training celery, one second, is you chose this meal because you knew I would like it. What would you chose if you went, I want to eat the thing I love?
Well, if it's just there's the difference. Are you going to eat it on camera or are you going to eat it in the privacy of your own space?
Privacy of your own space.
Well, let's do your prison meal. My prison meal would be a chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes, a bacon white gravy. That's what it would be.
Oh my God, yeah. That sounds amazing. We should have had that. I mean,
that's my prison meal.
Oh my God.
But you know what? Was what my body wanted.
Yes. And this is so nice and refreshing. Mm-hmm. It's so funny. My prison meal would still be my favorite meal. It would,
Oh, yeah?
it would probably still be I need the salmon cooked perfectly, lemons, all the vegetables.
Fennel sliced accordingly.
The fennel cooked perfectly. I'm so weird.
Crispy Brussels sprouts.
Nichelle, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I loved this. I'm so happy we got to talk more and get to know more about you.
Yeah, I was surprised that it did not stop.
What do you mean?
Like the words did not stop. They just kept going.
Yes, like you were able to talk, you mean, right?
Yeah.
No, I knew that was going to happen. I know.
I was nervous. I was like, what do I have to say? Apparently I had a lot to say.
But that's what the beautiful thing is like when everyone because how many times in your life have you gotten asked about you?
I can probably count on my hand.
We are living lives, running around, and very rarely do we stop to just go, let me know about you. And I've known you for 4 years, and we never got the chance to sit down and talk like we did now.
Yeah.
I knew things in passing. I know you'd done speed dating. I know you went for opera. I know you sang at the church. Well, we didn't even talk about the fact that you still sing at church.
I still sing at church.
Which I love that you do that. So that is something you're still able to do. You're still able to sing.
I still get my cup is still full. I still get to have that part of myself that I identify as.
Which
I will always identify as a singer. I will always identify as an opera singer.
Yeah.
Even if it is not my career thing, that is still part of my being.
Well, because it's just ingrained in you at this point. And you're so amazing. Like I could just be like, I know you gave 2 little snippets of singing, but I'd be like, Nichelle, leave us with a song.
Oh my gosh.
You don't have to. I'm not going to put you on the spot. Did I make a crazy face? I was like,
please.
No, I'm just so happy that we get to have these conversations because I think very rarely do people get to hear people's entire life stories. I think we walk around kind of thinking you're different and you're different and you're different. When really, when we all start hearing each other's stories, we've all kind of have some similarities, or we can at least relate to certain parts of our stories.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that feeling like there's more similarities between us than differences is really important. And I think society needs that right now.
Yes.
I think the world needs that right now.
Indeed. They do.
I'm so grateful I got to get to know you more. I'm going to be annoyed if I forgot anything and there's stuff we need to talk about. Is there anything you can think of?
Not really. I think I covered all of the main points.
Did I go deep?
Over.
Did I go deep?
Yeah.
We talked deep stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Alex? And anybody out there that knows how to treat a woman? What height? Do you have a height requirement? Tell me your male, your man. Like, what's your requirement when you go on like dating apps?
Dating apps? That's hard. I don't really, it's basically how they speak to me. Like weirdly enough, and well, not weirdly, but like if you've looked at all of the men that I have dated, it'd be like, there's no set type that I have. But I like a good talker.
Can make you laugh?
Yes.
We'll get up and do karaoke with you?
Yes, but not required.
Okay.
But also one that's just gonna let me be me. Like, just let me be me. Don't try to change anything. I'm not going to try to change you.
Do you want an extrovert?
Yeah, I think I kind of need one because more often than not, I'm very introverted. Like I have my bouts of extrovertedness.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I'm totally fine being alone.
Does he need to love music as much as you do?
He does not.
Would he need to go to the concerts with you?
I would love for them to go to concerts with me. Like I love that vibe. But if not, I have other people who are willing to do it too. So
Okay.
it's like I don't have to be all of their hobbies either. Like go ahead, have your thing. Have your thing. You're fine. And that's what makes kind of, I think, relationships kind of great is you have your own things.
Yeah. Your individuality. Are you okay if someone has kids?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody out there? Have you heard that? I'm determined, but also know I will kick your if you do wrong by her.
Yay.
I love you, Nichelle.
I love you too.
I'm sorry I'm chewing this carrot into my...
No. You hear the ASMR?
Yes, very. I mean, your singing could be ASMR. I think people just hearing a little bit and be like, why didn't she sing more? I love you, Nichelle. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.